Another Bite, hosted by John Dick, Jory Monroe, and Ariel Boswell, is brought to you by the HubSpot Podcast Network, the audio destination for business professionals. Each week, they break down episodes of everyone's favorite business television show, Shark Tank, offering their own unique thoughts, spin-off companies, critiques, and even talk with some of the folks who pitched to the sharks and live to tell the tale. From squatty potties to mensch on a bench, and even that weird golf club you use as a toilet, Another Bite takes a fresh look at some of your favorite episodes, and even more importantly, answers what these entrepreneurs are up to now. It's an amazing show for getting a more in-depth look at how businesses are built. And no matter where you are in your journey of work or business ownership, you can be sure you'll walk away with a fresh perspective. So listen to Another Bite wherever you get your podcasts. This is Optimal Work Daily, episode 1136, Making Your Passion Your Career, Despite the Naysayers, by Esther Litchfield-Fink with tinybuddha.com. And welcome to another episode of Optimal Work Daily. I am Dan, your host and narrator, and this is where I read to you from some of the best articles that we can find covering all sorts of aspects of your work life and entrepreneurship, kind of like an ongoing audiobook that is totally free. And so with that, let's get right to our post for today as we optimize your life. Making Your Passion Your Career, Despite the Naysayers, by Esther Litchfield-Fink with tinybuddha.com. Quote, "Don't let life randomly kick you into the adult you don't want to become." End quote. Chris Hadfield, astronaut. As a kid, you put zero thought into doing what you loved. You simply played, not knowing that your future self wouldn't play that much at all. Work was serious business. When I was in kindergarten, our classroom had a block center, a board game shelf, a home center with dolls and a play stove, a drawing center, and a sand table. We naturally gravitated to the area that was most fun, with no thought about what would look good on our future resumes or college applications. As far back as I can remember, making up stories, writing them down, and telling them to anyone that would listen were my favorite activities. Fast forward to high school, then college. It's time to be an adult. Others told me that writing and art were lovely little hobbies, but I needed to choose a real career, something that would make me money. I looked around to see what the other kids would do, trying to spark an idea. If it wasn't writing, I was clueless. I never thought of asking, why not? Why couldn't writing be a career? I just accepted that a job or career had to be something you made a realistic, intellectual choice about, and not one that came from your heart. And I wasn't the only one who received messages like this. I heard Oprah say that as a child she was asked what she thought she would do as a career. She said, "Well, I like talking to people." The person responded, "Well, you can't make money doing that." 7 failed careers later. Years later, after I was told I couldn't make a career out of writing, I ended up with a resume that was 4 pages long and days that were like a year-long run-on sentence. I plowed through job after job, staring out the windows and riding the trains I hated to jobs I hated even more. I did a good job at most of them and earned a nice income. I was a school secretary, lifeguard, preschool assistant, mortgage processor, office manager, dance teacher, and a few others I can't remember. I taught sewing classes and even started 2 businesses thinking that being my own boss would solve my empty feelings. It didn't. A return to love. Then I reached a turning point and realized I needed to go back to doing what I loved and make it work somehow. I had a week off work and found myself writing from morning to night. I felt my headaches lifting and a sense of peacefulness developing. I submitted an essay to a local newspaper. The publication didn't accept it, but I didn't care. I knew it was time to make my passion my day job, and here's what I did. The next time I was asked what type of work I did, for the first time in my life, I answered, "I'm a writer." I began to read everything I could about writers and bloggers who wrote for a living, how they did it, and how they transitioned from other jobs. I wrote daily because I loved it. No worries about publication or earning money from my passion, just pure, unadulterated love. I decided not to lose hope no matter what. I responded to an online ad for writing work and got the gig. Though I was only writing a few blog posts for $25 each, it felt like $1 million. So my kids started wearing their cousins' hand-me-down clothes. I held my breath as I tightened my belt until I could barely breathe. The fridge had the bare basics. The electricity got shut off once, and the car got towed, and it was a pain to get it back. But I managed. I took a course on writing, joined a business mastermind group, and worked with a mentor on writing during the mornings. I worked evenings and weekends to support myself. I was writing at last. Do you recognize your passion? Not hobbies or things you like doing for fun sometimes. The one thing that rises above all. Think back to what you loved to do as a child, what you gravitated toward for no reason other than fun, and you will find it. Are you ready to say yes? Turn your passion into a career one step at a time with the following tips. 1. Tell one stranger. Even before you're working at making your passion your day job or income source, go ahead and tell someone that you're a fill in the blank. At any chance you get, do it again. 2. Obsess over it. Move your passion from the back burner of your mind to the front. Think about it every chance you get if you're not already doing so. Read about people who have successfully transitioned into the work you want to be doing. 3. Do it for love. Whatever your passion, forget about making it into a career until you spend enough time reveling in the absolute joy of doing it. Paint, write, dance, take photos, carve wood, whatever it may be, for love and only love. 4. Hope above all. Decide that you will never give up hope. 5. Shout it out loud. Put an ad out or tell people that you are willing to do some work in your field of passion for pay or for free. 6. Wear the tightest belt ever. Pull. Tight if you must, if funds are an issue. I hate this part, but there's no getting around this. See where you could take some funds from one budget and put it toward a course or mentor so you are not doing this alone. One person inspires another. If you are already pulled tight, reach out for a mentor or learn from free resources and YouTube videos. And 7. Forget easy does it. Easy doesn't do it. Period. You'll face challenges and resistance from yourself and others. Do it anyway. Goodbye, naysayers. Whoever told you that you couldn't turn your passion into a career had better sit down, because you may be on your way to doing just that. The girl with the pretty voice from the Bronx. The English writer on the train on welfare. The guy with the alcoholic stepdad that became president. And now, you. Stop looking at the odds of failing. The odds against successfully turning your passion into a career and making money from it seems so overwhelming. So stop looking at the odds. The longing of not doing what you are meant to do catches up to you, and it becomes like a faraway lover that you dream of that will never return. The power is in your hands to make it happen day by day, and to blow the naysayers a kiss from the podium. Every moment of the journey is, in fact, an end result in itself. You will glow from internal approval, even if the money doesn't come as fast and as much as you would like. Reclaim the act of doing your passionate work as your career as if happiness depended on it, because it does. You just listened to the post titled, Making Your Passion Your Career, Despite the Naysayers, by Esther Litchfield-Fink with tinybuddha.com. Thank you to HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh handles all the meal planning and shopping to deliver everything you need to cook up a tasty meal right at home. They do the hard part, and you get to take the credit. A new season calls for new meals, and HelloFresh has a fresh fall lineup of delicious dinners and more to choose from. Take your pick from 40 weekly recipes that suit your lifestyle, from veggie to family-friendly to fit and wholesome. And my favorite part? HelloFresh is actually significantly less expensive than both takeout and grocery shopping. So HelloFresh has managed to save me time, health, and a little moolah. So go to HelloFresh.com/50OWD and use the code 50OWD for 50% off plus 15% off the next 2 months. Go to HelloFresh.com/50OWD and use code 50OWD for 50% off plus 15% off the next 2 months. Your business was humming. Now teams are buried in manual work, taking forever to close the books. Consider 3 numbers: 36,000, 25, 1. 36,000. That's the number of businesses which have upgraded to NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is the #1 cloud financial system, streamlining accounting, financial management, inventory, HR, and more. 25. NetSuite turns 25 this year. That's 25 years of helping businesses do more with less. 1. Because your business is one of a kind, so you get a customized solution for all of your KPIs in one efficient system with one source of truth. NetSuite is giving you the power of having all your information in one place, helping you to make better, more driven decisions as a business owner. Right now, download NetSuite's popular KPI checklist, designed to give you consistently excellent performance, absolutely free at netsuite.com/startup. That's netsuite.com/startup to get your own KPI checklist. netsuite.com/startup. And thank you to Esther for this post. This was actually a guest post on Tiny Buddha, so we of course want to thank Lori, who runs Tiny Buddha, for letting us share it. Tiny Buddha has been helping people heal, grow, and find peace since 2009. The site features stories and insights from people of all ages from all over the globe. For daily wisdom, you can follow Tiny Buddha on Twitter and Facebook @TinyBuddha and Instagram @TinyBuddhaOfficial, or subscribe to the blog at tinybuddha.com/list, and be sure to check out Tiny Buddha's Inner Strength Journal, Creative Prompts and Challenges to Help You Get Through Anything, which is available on Amazon. Content from Tiny Buddha is also featured across our other podcasts as well. So a big thanks once again to Lori, and do come by tinybuddha.com to check out all their great stuff. So that's going to do it for another edition of Optimal Work Daily. I thank you as always for being here and for clicking subscribe or follow in whatever podcast app you use. And I will have more great content for you tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.